Yo, what's good, guys? Welcome to another Delta Force video. This video is just gonna be me showing you my settings, what I run on my PC, and then you can just take my settings and implement it to your rig or whatever your your preferences or whatnot. And that's pretty much it. I'm also gonna show you guys a little bit of my loadouts and stuff like that. I did change up a little bit of how my loadouts are calibrated, and yeah, we're just gonna go into that. So if you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Yeah, we're just gonna, what I'm saying, jump right up into these settings real quick. All right, so we're starting out with the game. There's really nothing on this page that I really touch. I don't think. I might have changed like the sensitivity for the tanks. 'Cause I did play in the tanks for a little bit, but for the most part, everything on here is default. Yeah, just pretty much default. I haven't really even touched any of this stuff. Other than I think that first person tank mouse sensitivity. I think that's the only thing I've touched. Other than that, bro, you can pause the video and see if there's anything in here you want to change. But for me personally, like I said, all this is default. Going into the keyboard and mouse, sensitivity, I play it on 3.30. That's a little bit higher than default, but I have my setup in a way that is more comfortable for me. I generally play on a higher sensitivity um, than most people. Sometimes I go up and down. It just depends on how I'm feeling for the day, whatever. But mine is generally a 3.30. This is like equivalent to my Call of Duty sensitivity and whatnot. The vertical sensitivity, horizontal sensitivity, I turned those down just a taste, you know what I'm saying, just a little bit, but the rest of this is pretty much default right here. Then we go down to hipfire aim sensitivity type. So with this, okay, so this is a little bit difficult to explain. So MDV only is basically your monitor distance coefficient to your aim, whatever, right? So if you just have it on MDV, it's going to be all of this is going to be plugged in together. Your monitor distance coefficient, your ADS, all this stuff is going to be all in here together, right? So if I, for me, this use what you want. Most people, you'll be okay with MDV, and then you just go in and change your monitor distance coefficient to there's three settings that you can run with monitor distance coefficient. It's 0, 1.33, or 1.78. Now, reason why mine is on 1.78 is because I play on a 1440p monitor, and this is the coefficient for my monitor. Now, if you play on a 1080p, I believe you can just leave it at 1.33. And then I know some people, they'll play on 0. To be honest, it's just your preference. Whatever you feel like is the best for you, then you just run that. But generally, I play at 1.78. Now, should you use any other coefficients other than those three? No. Those are the only three that you could probably test out and see which one is best for you that I recommend. You feel me? But majority of people play on 1.33 or 1.78. There are people that do play on 0, like I said, but just play around with it between those three and see what you like. Now, the reason why I had mine on MD set sensitivity per zoom plus MDV because I like to have my zooms set to for different scopes or whatever. Um, that's why I have this on here plus MDV. Now you can just set it to sensitivity per zoom without the MDV, but I mean I don't see why you would just not have that. I mean that's in most video games in general. Or this set is in most games in general. So, take it with a grain of salt. Just play with just not a grain of salt, but you just use what you think is best for you. You feel me? All right, moving down. ADS sensitivity is just set on transition during aiming, and then the rest of this stuff is turned off. Scope management. All of this is your preference too. Me, I have all of this shit turned off. You feel me? All right, so here are my keybinds for controls and combat. Now I might go ahead and change a couple stuff, but then I might not do that. Now, a lot of people I heard was having issues with aiming, and uh, okay, it was set on toggle. So if you go down to aim, you go over here to hold, where it says hold. You can click and you can change it from toggle to hold. And that's what I did. You feel me? This is where you do it. Most games don't have it like this. When you go into your keybinds to do it, they have a whole separate page of settings for you to change this. But for here, you just go ahead, click that, and put it on hold. Um, I also have my left lean and a right lean on my mouse buttons. And I got those to toggles instead of hold, because when you lean it, you really don't want to hold that, because Jesus, your thumb. And then walk, run, and all that stuff. I got my sprint on toggle, so I just press one time. I ain't gotta hold it down because my pinky hurts. So and I would assume your pinky will hurt too if you do. You just hold sprint down. The rest of this is just pretty much default. I really didn't change nothing else. I might play around with the whole breath. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to have this with my my right click and aiming, but that's something I'm gonna test out, because I know you can do it on Battlefield, the older Battlefields like Battlefield, I think 5 and 1. I never tested it out on Battlefield 2042 because Battlefield 22 was dog shit. But I know for the fact the older Call of Duty Battlefields that had different keybinds for controller and PC, of course. I had my aim on right L2, and then I had when I aim down sights, I would put this as my L2 also, so both would activate at the same time. I would have had to hold down my left stick or my right click. So that's something I'm gonna test out. I don't know if that's gonna work, but generally all of this is still default for the most part. Screen interactions, there's pretty much all this stuff is default, other than give up. When you go down or whatever, and you need somebody to come res you, instead of you holding the space bar down, put it on toggle. It'll save your thumb. Put it on toggle. You just press it one time, and it will do it. And just respawn. So make sure this is a must. You need to do this, because your thumb, Jesus, instead of you just holding the fucking space bar down, you just tap it. Other than that, everything in here is pretty much default for the most part. Going on for the vehicle, same thing. Everything is default. I rarely touch anything. I rarely play any vehicles. So I ain't touch nothing in here. Alright, moving on to screen. Show performance parameters, that's off. Show detail, item, pickup tips. Pretty much this is also default. Haven't touched any of this stuff. Have it warfare mode, mini map, and I haven't really touched any of this stuff either. I don't think. No. Yeah, I didn't touch any of this stuff. But you can come in here and play with the infantry field of view for the I think this is the map. Yeah, I think this is for the map. Yeah, mini map. So you can come in here and play with this and put it to your liking. But for me, I just got it on default. Alright, now here to the big stuff, you know what I'm saying? To the big graphics, you feel me? So, of course, monitor, choose a monitor that you're playing on. For me, I'm only playing on one monitor because I want to do a PC setup. My other monitor is connected to my other PC, so you're not going to see... Well, you'll see my Elgato, which is what this is right here. It sees it as another screen, so I have with my dual PC setup, and just some of my other PC you can see that. But for me, I'm using my MSI monitor, and then display adapter. You want to have your graphics card selected, display mode, full screen. You don't want to play on nothing else. No borderless unless you got a dual PC, dual screen setup. But even then, I wouldn't. Even when I was on a dual screen, I never really played on borderless unless I have to. And then windowed, fuck no. No, don't do that. Full screen resolution. Put the resolution to your monitor. I play at 1440p, so that's what I run. Display refresh. You can either put this at. Can you put this at unlimited? I don't. Maybe that's what auto is. I got mine set to 165. I might put it to auto, depending. I'm not sure. So far 165 has been fine for me. The game sometimes go higher than 165 depending what I'm doing, either when I'm recording or I'm not recording. It'll tend to go higher. I've seen my frames go to at least like 190 something, depending on what's happening on the screen and whatnot. Show aspect ratio. Set it to whatever your aspect ratio to your monitor is. Mine 16:9. I don't ever change this. The game automatically just puts that to what my monitor is, so I don't really ever touch that. Brightness, didn't really touch this. That's left to that default. Frame. Oh, here we go. Frame rate cap set to unlimited for me. You know what I'm saying? You can just set this to 144, whatever your screen is. God damn it! Please stop. You set it to 165, 240. It doesn't really matter to me. I've always set most of my games to unlimited. It doesn't really hurt anything, to be honest. I never had any issues with running frame caps at unlimited for most games in general. So that's what I just always run. Sharpness is at 90. You feel me? VSync is off. Default field of views at 120. Scope magnification. Turn this shit the fuck off. This is more for like realistic scope effects. Turn that shit off. You don't need this. You're playing a fucking video game. Now, if you like the realistic effects of scopes, and let me tell you, I've looked through an actual rifle scope before. Yeah. If you've never done that before, I'm just turn that the fuck off. You don't need this. You don't need this, bro. And then we're now down to the basic graphics. You feel me? Going all the way down to world weapon motion blur. Turn that shit off. You don't need it. Turn that shit off. It's horrible. Turn that shit the fuck off. Reflections low. Texture filtering low. I run just about everything off to low because I want the most frame rates as possible. That's me. Now, if I was feeling a certain way, okay, well, I got my textures on medium. If you don't want your game to look like shit, I would put this to medium or to high if your rig can, manage it. I feel like I can manage high, but I mean, there's really no point. The game still looks. I haven't seen no difference because I was running high before and with medium to low settings before I changed all this. I still kind of don't see no difference. You feel me? But back to up here, ambient occlusions, all particles low, distortion low, screen details, screen view, all that shit is low. Rendering scale, put this at 100. Don't fuck with it. Leave it at 100. Depth of field. This is a bug. This is a bug. I was just looking at that. I was like, wait, I know I turned this shit the fuck off. This is a bug. Every time you start the game up, it doesn't matter if you had it off or not. Every time you start the game up, make sure you come in here and turn this motherfucker off. Okay? Turn this off. It turns back on. It's a bug. They gotta fix it. Turn it off. You don't need it. Global illumination quality low. Shaders low. Textures medium. Streaming low. Shadows low. Shadow matte low. Post processing low. Everything low. I run everything on low. And then you could come in here and run NVIDIA DLSS. Me, when I run it, it's just I just have it on quality. I've been testing it out to see how well my PC, runs without it, and I just have it off. You feel me? But if I want to turn it on, and then turn on NVIDIA Reflex, you feel me? Well, I think I already had NVIDIA Reflex on. But right now I'm just testing without the DLSS type shit. You feel me? Yeah. Alright, audio, master volume is 100. Be careful, the game is fucking loud as shit sometimes, so you might need to adjust this depending on your shit. I had to adjust it because I run equalizer. What is this shit called? SteelSeries Sonar. I run that, so sometimes it is a little loud, but I just turned down my headset volume, so it's not too crazy. Audio, just leave it on headphones. RTF, I don't know what the fuck this is. Upgrade your gaming experience with the latest spatial audio technology, providing you with an immersive sensation and 360-degree precise awareness. I think this has always been off for me. I don't know. I don't use it. Never really heard of it. So, yeah. Music volume, turn that shit the fuck down off. I always do this for every game. Turn that shit off. I'm tired of I don't need music blasting my ear. Sound effects volume, I just keep this around the 80. I just picked the number and just kept it around there. So that's fine. Voice volume, you don't really need to hear voices that much. So I just keep that a little bit low. You don't need to turn it to 0, but you also don't need it too fucking high. Squad mate volume, and this is just for you, like, in-game chat or whatever. I don't touch this shit. I just leave it how it is. And I think that's about it for my settings, for real. I'm gonna go in and just look at that. So, like, certain weapons, I guess, for you guys. So far, I haven't maxed out any weapons yet, which is kind of. This game is a grind. Let me just throw this out there. If you ain't got no damn upgrade points or upgrade tokens, this game is a grind. Here's my M4. It's not maxed out yet. It's at 51. If you go over here to progression, you can see how many levels your weapon has. Mine has 74, so I'm not that far away from actually maxing this gun out. But I've been on and off of this weapon just because I've been wanting to level up other weapons. It takes a minute to level up your weapons. It you might get a level or two every game, and then you know what I'm saying, depending on how many whatever the level is, you might go up 2 or 3 levels depending on attachments. But then there's times where you'll get 3 attachments within one level, stuff like that. But I mean, fairly getting XP and leveling up your weapon is actually not that bad. It'll feel bad at times, but it's just a grind. You feel me? That's all it is. It's just a grind. So we're gonna start with the muzzle. You know what I'm saying? I use the Poseidon flash hider. You know what I'm saying? It gives me good control. We don't really need accuracy, so that's fine. You can't calibrate this the muzzle either. So that is what it is. You can run a suppressor, but suppressors, unless it gives you like range of velocity, I really don't see no reason not to. I mean, I don't see no reason to run it. I mean, yeah, they keep you off the mini map, but people still gonna see you. You know what I'm saying? So, it's your preference of what you want to run. But I would recommend the Poseidon flash hider. I've been using this for a lot of different weapons, and it's worked great for me. Then I go over here to the barrel. Whatever long barrel that you have, throw that on there. Makes your gun 10 times better. Like both of these barrels right here, I've used both. Both of them are great. And then once you have whatever long barrel for your weapon, you want to come over here and get plus 90 muzzle velocity, which is that's the ADS speed. And then you don't want to max it just like this. You know what I'm saying? Max out the muzzle velocity and then max out the plus 4 ADS movement speed. Yeah, that's what you want. This is what you want. All right, you feel me? And then if you have any rails on your weapons, you want to look for the rails that have control. The more control your weapon has, the better. You feel me? The better. Better control. So this is how I look at it, and I think a lot of other people look at it. Control and stability, and a good bit of handling. Them 3 are your biggest ones that you really want. And then if you could just, slide in some range, that'll be good. Accuracy is more for like hip fire and shit like that. So as long as hip fire, like your hip fire can tank and you can still hip fire people. I've done it. So, but your big 3 that you want to kind of work towards is your control, your handling, and your stability. You feel me? So, these rails are great. This gives you a whole bunch of control. Every last one. You want to slap every rail that you see on your weapon. You want to slap control on them hoes. You feel me? Control. All right. And then you want to go over here to your grip. And then you want to use the phantom rear grip. I use the phantom rear grip if the weapon has it. Not every weapon has the phantom rear grip. But if they have an equivalent that's close to what this grip is, you want to use it. You feel me? It gives you a lot of control and a shit ton of handling. You do lose a little bit of stability, but we're going to calibrate it to give you more 16 plus moving stability and plus 18 aiming stability while breathing. Now, I was running it this way. No. Was it that way? I think we were running it like this, right? The control is cool, but we also still, you know what I'm saying, the stability. This was what was fucking me up. You feel me? I was already losing some stability with this grip, but then I was also slapping on minus 18% aiming stability. So I was like, yeah, no, let's do it like this. You feel me? And this is how you want to run your weapons if with this grip. You feel me? And then you got a mag, whatever mag you got. I got this, polymer mag. I just do this on there because it gives me handling. And then on top, it gives you handling for the M249, but we're using it for the M4. It just gives you better handling. You feel me? And if you have these Honey Badger small fast mag pouches, it doesn't matter. All of these, it just changed the color for them. There's no really difference. All of them do the same thing. So just throw on, for more some more handling. And then you got your undergrip. Undergrip is, I still feel like this is a preference. You just need I really don't know what to say about the foregrips. I was running, which one was it? Was it this one? No. Which foregrip was it? I think I was running this one for a minute because it gives me good control. And I really wasn't worried about handling. So I was running this one for a minute. And then I did test this one out. This one was not bad either. I would assume great, you get extra horizontal control. I can't talk, Jesus. So that's not bad either. I really just think it's a preference, but this is what I run for the 16 plus 16 movement stability plus 4 ADS. What does this give you? Extra control? Yeah, that gives you extra control. So this is how you want to run it. You know what I'm saying? Even more stability. The more stability you could get, bro, the better. To be honest, it's the best, because there have been times where I shoot my weapon and then my gun would just randomly kick to the right or to the left, and that's because of the stability or the firing stability or whatever. And then we're gonna go up here to the stock. If you had the 416 light stock, throw this bitch on. It gives you a whole bunch of control, a whole bunch of handling. Yes, we lose some stability, but we're gonna get it. We're gonna get all that shit back. You see that? Plus 18 aiming stability while breathing. Yeah, this is how you want to run it. So it's like this. Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? And then you get plus 8. You know what I'm saying? ADS or whatnot. So this is how I run it. You feel me? I like it running like this. And I don't think there's any other stock that, I mean, you got other choices. You could throw on this 416 stable stock. It gives you stability, but you lose like -12. Look at that. God damn. You lose -12 fucking handling. But that stability jumps up plus 14 though. So this could be a viable stock. But you just lose so much fucking handling, it's insane. I might have to test this one out. This one might be viable, but we'll have to see. But then, I mean, that's pretty much how I run my, like, for, as, you know what I'm saying, major attachments. That's how I run my gun. Now, I have a riser on my weapon. When I unlock the micro sight riser, and I've seen this, you throw this bitch on top of this, and then you do your red dot sight, bro. It makes your gun like have no recoil, like no cap. That's what I've seen. So, and then for this, it's just basic, you know, whatever else you want to run. It's nothing too special. This is just how I run my weapons and whatnot. Generally, this is how I generally run most of my assault rifles and SMGs and stuff like that. So, if you did enjoy the video, man, please hit the like button. I really do mean it. And yeah, we're going, you know what I'm saying, we're going to run it up, keep dropping these Delta Force videos in the near future. So, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.